We didn't want, Ramy, this to happen, which is yet another short-term extension, but it looks like that's likely going to be the case.
Right, that does look like it's going to be the case, and both the House and the Senate are going to be voting on this either today or throughout the week. But right now, things are developing rather quickly, and strangely for Congress, as we know, it doesn't go that fast. But the Senate is on the verge of adopting its own bill called H.R. 22. This is also known as the DRIVE Act, and this is something even bigger and more long-term. This is to the tune of about $350 billion. And this morning, by a vote of 65 to 35, the Senate did vote to end debate for cloture. And they're expected to take up this final vote tomorrow, and that is expected to pass. But the caveat is that, of course, that Congress is going on their August recess, and for about 5 weeks. So the House does need to vote on this. They're not expected to do that until September. But does that mean that the House is going to let this go on until they come back from the beach? No, of course not. They're going to be doing this 3-month extension, as you just talked about. And this is, their vote's going to be happening this afternoon, or it's supposed to be expected to do that. And that is called H.R. 3236, as you say, in the tune of $8 billion there. And the bill's authority, excuse me, would expire October 29th.
This is not the first time that they've done this 3-month extension, right?
No, I believe it's
34th, 35th?
34, something like that, in the mid-30s or so.
Okay, so they just keep doing these short-term funding measures, right?
Right.
Isn't the House controlled by Republicans?
Yes, it is.
And the Senate, I think, is also controlled by Republicans?
Right.
Why can't they get together to make a deal that is going to do more than just 3 months?
You know, that's a good question.
Congress.
One of the things, and I don't want to go, I guess, too far into this, into the nitty-gritty, into the weeds for this, but there has to do something with the Ex-Im Bank, and there's funding.
Legislation to extend the Ex-Im Bank that was originally attached to the legislation.
Right, and right now,
yeah.
and right now, the Senate is okay with having this in there, but the House says that, hey, we want to have our voice in this, and they are not in favor of that actually happening.
So, Ramy, but beyond, you know, the machinations in Congress, I mean, we really need to fix our roads, right? So what are the worst roads in the United States?
Yeah, according to TRIP, which is a nonprofit based in Washington, D.C., they just came out with something just this month on the top 10, 20, 30 or so roads. And I know we have a full screen there. Why don't we bring that up? The #1 city that has the worst roads is San Francisco/Oakland, and that is 74% poor, according to TRIP. Just right there. This is the percent of poor roads in cities of 500,000 people or more. Los Angeles comes up #2, Concord, Detroit, San Jose. Actually, out of the top 10, 4 of the top 10 cities are in California. New York and Newark come in at #7.
Absolutely.
51% of the roads are ranked as poor there.
All right.
I have to service my car every 2 months when I drive.
Well, tell Congress.
Drive the roads
they have to fund the roads so that you don't have to do that as much.
It's only good for till September.
Only till September.